After scolding Spider-Man for being a bad hero, Cap had to leave in a hurry to help Nick Fury deal with the Punisher and a few others before telling Spidey to stay out of it, which he actually would have if it wasn't for Norman freeing all the villains who knew Spidey's secret identity to ultimately kill him. Peter therefore rushes home, telling May and Gwen to get out of town, but by the time he got to the scene, he would find Doc Ock killed by Norman. He quickly swings out after Norman, but on his way there, he accidentally notices the Punisher getting ready to snipe Cap and therefore pushes Cap away, taking the bullet for him, and after eventually waking back up, he sees that the battle was over as he finds himself completely alone with no choice but to web himself up. He then looks up and sees the new Sinister Six heading towards his neighborhood where Johnny and Iceman would fight them until he eventually showed up, slinging the Vulture away, asking who's next, and after quickly taking down Kraven, Sandman, and Electro by busting out a fire hydrant, he didn't have much left in him as he kneels down, telling the people to call the police. But the villains rose back up to begin beating him up, making the neighbors call up Aunt May, forcing her to quickly turn back and shoot Electro, causing him to explode. The Goblin then decided to pull up only for Pete to beat him over and over with a truck till he eventually died, causing the truck to explode, ultimately throwing him away to die. However, soon after his death, we see J. Jonah Jameson trying to write an article about how he's always known that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, but he just couldn't get himself to finish it. We see Johnny Storm not being able to contain his rage, letting it all out, while MJ is conducting an investigation to take down S.H.I.E.L.D. as she blamed Nick Fury for Pete's death. On the day of the funeral, however, Tony drives Gwen and May to the church, offering them all the help they need. But upon walking in, May was immediately approached by Cap, who quickly kneeled down, telling her that Peter's death is his fault. May asked him to explain why that is, to which he apologized, revealing that he had told Pete that he wasn't cut out to be a hero, but he still went on to take a bullet for him later that day, which ultimately got him killed. May was furious at how Cap and the other heroes never were there for Pete, even though he did his best to help them, as she then slapped Cap and ran out, only to get stopped by Jonah and guided back in.